Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of How to Be an Awesome Writer and stuff. Once again, Mr. Abbott, your host, and today we're going to talk about dialogue and how do you get dialogue into your story and how do you punctuate it? How do you format that? What does that look like? We are focused right here on this learning target, generating narratives, where we're writing a narrative that uses relevant descriptions and dialogue. So dialogue is a really important thing. You want to have dialogue in your story. It has to have characters talking, but also you want to talk about like character monologue. Like, what do we say to ourselves when nobody else is around? You're like, oh, dang, that stunk. I thought to myself, or how am I going to get over that bridge? I wondered. So it's a lot of like you thinking about things. Okay. So first off, just to begin with, I think it's a pretty basic, obvious one that we probably know by now. But if you are going to be doing some kind of spoken word or even word that you're saying in your head, you have to have those quotation marks on the front and the back side, and the punctuation goes on the inside of that mark. Okay. Dialogue tag, that's like where somebody is saying something. So in this rather creepy horror example, there was blood everywhere, comma, Karen explained. And so that's our tag. And so you'll notice on the outside here, Karen is capitalized because it's her name. We can also flip that, and you could say something like this if you wanted to. It'd be exactly the same. Karen explained there was blood everywhere, and you'll notice that there's a comma here, and then inside the quotation marks here is capitalized. Okay, so two ways to go about doing the tag, the character, the dialogue tag. Okay. Okay. Another step is that if you have two different speakers, they need to have separate paragraphs to indicate that there is a new speaker there. So, for example, Danny, I'm going to need you to take a look at this, said Captain Mark. He gestured to the photograph on his desk. My God, Danny said. His eyes darted from the photograph to his empty coffee cup. He knew it was going to be a long night. So you'll see how we have like two different speakers. Captain Mark is here and Danny is down there. And we have this like separation by another paragraph that denotes when somebody else is in there. So just some kind of basic things. And I hope you can figure these out. You need to make sure that if you're having dialogue, you do have the tag. You are punctuating it correctly. And if we have somebody else come in and start speaking after we're done speaking, then you have to have a new paragraph. If let's say Danny right here is going to continue talking, you can keep going in this paragraph. I knew he was going to be a long night. What should we do? He wondered to himself. This is good. Maybe we should get a bigger boat. This is all okay to be all up here like this because it's only Danny speaking. Once Captain Mark comes in again, we got to bust that down. All right. So looking for dialogue in your stories, monologue, looking for it to be punctuated and formatted correctly. Do an awesome job. You guys are doing great. Keep